everyone. It's me, Chandra Faith, back after a really long hiatus and starting up producing some new content for you guys. I'm so happy to have both taken a break and come back. So, yeah, my intro is just going to be slightly longer because I just feel like I need to bring myself back. I need to bring you guys back. And, yeah. So, for my first returning video, I wanted to do a reading, which I love doing the most because I'm a psychic medium, and I don't know if it's my favorite or if it's just what I do, but I like talking to the dead, and I would love to get messages relayed to you through this video from your past on loved ones. So let's see what pile you would like to choose. We have pile number 1, the black tourmaline. It's actually like a meteorite stone, one of those meteorite stones. And then we have the blue ring. I forgot what that gem was too. And then we also have a white ring. I'll just call it the white ring. Yeah. Okay, well, I will see you guys at your pile. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me, Chandra Faith, here with another reading for pile number 1 with the black meteorite ring. So today we're going to be reading from the Embroidered Graveyard, which I shout out to on my Instagram, and it's the only Oracle Live deck that is specifically channeled for speaking with the dead. So if you're not scared of doing that, I suggest that for your thing. And then we have our lovely robot friend, the ghost detector, I think we're calling you. I forgot. It's been so long. I'm so happy to be back here though. So words will be popping up here. I wonder if maybe I should turn it the other way. Green. Okay, I'll just turn it this way and then I'll read it out to you, and you'll just have to watch this video in a mirror. Okay, so we have the word, the color green coming out. Okay, so let's see what is going on here. What messages do the dead have for you, pile 1? Let us see. Let us see into the green. Okay, here we go. Pile number 1. What messages do we have from beyond the veil? For those out there in YouTube, our living viewers, let's get this connection connected. All right. We have live deliciously. Live deliciously. That's some nice advice. Wars. Okay. And this is a song. It might be quite simple, but now that you're gone, I hope you don't mind. And also, I don't even have it in the viewer thing. I'll see if I can scoot myself back a little bit. See if we can zoom out. Okay. Let's just put that down there. Okay. What else do you have? What messages? Star Reader. Cool. Okay. And then another one. Ether. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. It's so beautiful. Okay. So, then your overall energy is goodbye, number 2. And I'll go over the numbers and stuff. So this is your overall energy. And since this is reading rainbows, we're gonna read from this beautiful book about goodbye. This card depicts a witch's bottle and serves as very powerful protection and banishment spell for negative entities. Eye-stitched hair, blood fingernails, steel nails, and good old saw onto black canvas, and then top-stitched clear organza over to make this glass bottle effect. Oh yes, and this is from the Embroidered Graveyard, or what is it called? Threads of Fate? Is that? No, that's a different company. I'll have it linked down below. But all of her cards are actually embroidered. So, yeah. Shouts out to embroidery. Finally, a black protective candle seals the bottle. Also, I accidentally pricked my finger, so there is real, true witch's blood in this piece. Sorry to Naomi who bought the hoop. If it's any consolation, it's on the underside inside of the piece. A huge thank you to Naomi who purchased the original artwork. And then we also got Chronic on our ghost detector. Spirit Communing. Another card which can be removed from the deck. This card has some very powerful uses. Throw it down over a ring to sever all connections with spirits. If you're new to ancestral work and communicating with spirits and you begin to feel uneasy, then fear not. This card acts as a complete severing. This card can be rested face up on top of the deck when it's not in use, and this will keep any negativity away from the deck. We have the word lie on our ghost detector. For an extra kick, place clear quartz on top of the deck so it feels fresh and punchy every time you use it. This card is used in the severing spell on page 206 to end communication with anyone dead or living. Introspection. If you choose to use this deck introspectively, then you'll wish to keep this card within the deck. If it comes to you in a reading when it means you need to sever connection or bad habit, ASAP. And with swift force, it's not time for gentle goodbyes or silent ghosting. If it does not serve, then it's gotta go, baby cakes. Oh, that's one of my favorite terms of endearment, baby cakes. Take a breath. Oh, you could take a deep breath if you wanted to. Take a gulp, swing the axe, cut the cord. You'll feel better for it. Ooh, people. Overall energy is goodbye. So this can mean that you are still in your grieving process about the person who has passed that you're thinking of, or you've just been keeping that grief within you for a long time. And it's time to let that go and start living your life. Because if you are focused on someone who is not living and that gets in the way of you living your life, that's not going to make them happy. And it's not going to mean you miss them more because you're ruining your life now. It's actually dishonoring them. So that is why it has to cut and be like, I am going to move on. Moving on. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you had with this person who passed. Moving on in some way, shape, or form is important. Another message I'm getting from this is that the person who has passed is giving you advice that there is a person, place, or thing that is needing of severance, of cutting ties with. Weed your spiritual garden is what I'm getting. And finally, the third message from this card, I really want to keep showing it to you guys because it's a really beautiful witch's bottle. And if you are into crafting, witch crafting that is, look into witch bottles. They can offer protection. It's basically spells in a bottle and you keep them out. There's different uses for different bottles. And personally, what I like to do is put things, it's like a feeling in a bottle. And say I made a witch's bottle with, I don't know, herbs that would make me sleep. I'd seal that up and put that under my bed. But traditionally, witches' bottles are used to ward off things and keep things out. So I did used to have, it's kind of more like a witch's, what is it called? Flute glass. And I'd captured a bunch of fruit flies with some fruit and then it molded. And I had made this straw contraption with a piece of paper and like, with a saran wrap over it, and then it just was this weird concoction of things. And I use that and put that outside as just a protection to ward off spirits, like that nastiness, whatever, you know. There's been witches' bottles that have found piss and urine, and piss and urine are the same thing, but yucky stuff, or, you know, wine, liquor. That yucky stuff is contained in your witch's bottle outside of your home to protect you. That is also another way, but you know, we have the internet, thankfully. So you can look up witches' bottles and find your own path to your own bottle. So let's go into our first card that we pulled. Was it? Yeah, that was the first card we pulled. Look at the little goat jumping over the moon. He looks like a skeleton, but like also has fur or wool or whatever. Live deliciously, number 26. There's a 2 in every single one of your cards. So 2 can be significant. This, like, you know, balance, duality. You could have, the person who's passed could have been somewhat of your other half. These 2s, see, 2 birds. These 2s are showing that the connection that you guys had together. Okay. So live deliciously right here, our little goat card. Number 26. Live deliciously. A black goat jumps over the moon phases as his wish of delicious food is granted to him. He had to take a leap of faith, allow himself to believe he is worth the reward, and thus it came to be his. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? Black Phillip the goat from the 2015 film The Vivitch. What does the word delicious make you think of, and the word to live? To me, this says sumptuous, and to not just survive, but live, truly thrive. Consumerism would have us believe we need to buy something to feel this, but it's already within you. Do those things that make you feel truly alive. A huge thank you to Ania, who purchased the original artwork. Your spirits and guides are telling you there are always ways we can make the amount of enjoyment in life to the next level. For example, a bath is wonderful, but what about bubbles? Your favorite book and reading it by candlelight whilst you soak? Boom! You're doing it. You're living deliciously. What if you lived more aspects of your life in this way? Take that little bit of time to turn your 6 activity into a 10. Give yourself permission to squeeze every last drop of joy out of life. Try the gratitude expression ritual to feel better for free. Introspection. You deserve to feel good and experience all the deliciousness this world has to offer. Perhaps you need to gain some skills here. For example, learn how to cook your favorite meal so you can have it whenever you like. Or maybe you need to create a budget so you can treat yourself with something small at the end of the month. Whatever needs to happen so you are wringing every drop out of life. Please do it. This card is that sign to do it. Don't hold yourself back. When we look into it, we often see we are the reason we haven't been doing something. Procrastination or feeling like we can't justify it are major culprits. Give yourself permission to live deliciously today. And one of my favorite authors, Sark, has a book called Live Deliciously. And what I'm finding, I'm going to bring this back up here. What I'm finding is that, remember in this goodbye card, one of the messages was talking about living, If you are one of those people who are still attached to this person, it is a message from them to say, hey, move on. You're living. And not only do I want you to live, I want you to live deliciously, to enjoy this part of your soul, which is being alive. Because, hey, I'm not alive anymore. And I know we are bonded together. We see all these twos coming up. Rescue, the word rescue. I feel like you want to be, I keep wanting to say Tim Robbins, but it's Robin Williams. And, oh my gosh. Why am I falling back? Well, where he goes back and he tries to save his wife who killed herself, and going back through, I think the layers of hell or something to go find her and rescue her. But there's lots of stories about going back and trying to save your loved ones from the afterlife. But in truth, they don't need rescuing. They're there. That's their journey, and you're here. You're here living, and that is your journey. And you're not doing them a disservice if you let go of this grief. You are doing them a disservice if you let this grief consume the rest of your life till you're dead, because this is not what your loved one wants for you. Just seek out these new opportunities. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I had one more message from the goodbye card, but I went on a tangent. I'm also getting that some of you are, after this loved one died, or any number of loved ones, you started realizing, just like me, that I could talk to the dead. And a lot of people go through this, especially with loved ones who've passed, because you already have that connection, that bond together. So the goodbye is that I've had a lot of people ask me about, so how do I turn this on and off? You don't want to be an open lighthouse all the time. You're going to burn out your bulb. You have to have that, as this card was talking about, the goodbye, that off button. So it's different for everyone. You can always start off with kind of an opening and closing ritual before every session that you have, with when you lift the veil and AKA when you're going to talk to the dead. So if you've been receiving messages from the dead and there's just there just seems to be no closure, or you're just you don't feel like you have control, you do have control. As the medium, you do have control, because you can hear these things. Willingness. The word willingness popped up. Yes. You have a willingness to listen. You have a willingness to listen to the dead. Because a lot of people don't believe that you can communicate to the dead. But you can. It makes sense if you really think about it, especially for people who have lost their loved ones. It is possible. And there can be a really big life purpose here for you if you follow this path. And so you need to figure out, yes, opening and closing rituals, an on and off button. For me, it's, I come in here, like say when I'm doing these messages from the dead readings, I come in here, get myself warmed up and light a candle, initiate that, bring in, I also do something where I only bring in, only spirits of the light may come in. And then when I'm done with this reading, we close it out mentally and say, now you're closing this. And when I come back, then you can come back and talk to me. So it's really setting your boundaries with the spirit. So they're not just Trinity. I love that name. So it's right to the Matrix alone. And so we're going to move on to the next card. But so if it's mediumship you're wondering about, it is also another arrow to the, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought already, to your journey of mediumship. I'm also getting message, you don't need to be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's only love. Sorry, I'm in the spirit barn. So I was like, I hear someone, but it's okay. Hold on. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. That was just a utility person. So now we're gonna go our song, and it's number 27. You want 26, 27. Okay. $26. Oh. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Oh wait. 27. We just read 26. Okay. Ooh. And then I forgot to mention that when it's green, that's like kind of the lighter energies, and when it's red, there's more spiritual energy coming through this device, this red. And that's usually when a new word will pop up. So we have sail, but it's turning red. What's the next word? Like till it peaks or something. It's like they're really sail show night. Okay, well, hopefully you're able to keep up with these words and see if there's any messages that go with them. Okay, number 27, Our Song. Cover. This is a song. A cover of that song. I hope you don't mind. Okay. Our Song. Two ghostly nightingales sing their beautiful song in the crisp dusk air. We can see through their gossamer skin to their delicate rib cages, but no lungs. These birds shouldn't be able to make a sound yet. They do, because their voices are not of this world. They are messengers carrying guidance from the land of the dead. Spirits and our dearly departed speak to us all the time. When this card appears, it asks us to listen out for music, as they are using particular songs and phrases in passing conversations to communicate to us. When you get goosebumps or the hairs on your neck stand up, timed with a chord, tune, or sung in spoken words, that's when you know you've just received your message. Automobile over here. Here at last is a true lover, said the nightingale. Night after night have I sung of him, though I knew him not. Night after night have I told his story to the stars, and now I see him. His hair is dark as the hyacinth blossom, and his lips are red as the rose of his desire, but passion has made his lace like pale ivory, and sorrow has set her seal upon his brow. If you want a red rose, said the tree, you must build it out of music by moonlight and stain it with your own heart's blood. You must sing to me with your breast against a thorn all night long. You must sing to me, and the thorn must pierce your heart, and your life blood must flow into my veins and become mine. Death is a great price to pay for a red rose, cried the nightingale. For in the name of love was formed a rose so red, so rare, her song she sang throughout the night so long. The white moon heard it, and she forgot the dawn. She pressed until the thorn so sharp did pierce this gentle feathered heart. She spilled her blood to slowly form a rose so red, so rare, and as her song of love grew faint, and as she grew yet weaker, her lifeblood spilled and slowly grew the rose. An excerpt from The Nightingale and the Rose by Oscar Wilde. Yeah, so that's kind of like a straightforward message. Or one of the straightforward messages is music. So you may be hearing those music that gives you goosebumps, where you're like, oh my God, why is this song playing? This was, so-and-so's favorite song. And I don't know how it works exactly, but spirits totally have control of the radio, what pops up on your music player. Oh, we got a name, Ashley. And that's their way of talking to you. It's a really easy way for people to contact you from the dead, is by listening to music. If you're guided to hear a song, put it on, look for it. I provide songs for each of the piles, so that might have some significance with you. But also what I'm getting from this is that don't forget that pain that you've had, that blood that you have spilled, maybe not like literal blood, but I mean that the blood of your feelings and of that grief and pain that you have been feeling. It's again going along with that release, that to really, really accept that, hey, this is our song. If we have lost someone who has been a really big part of our life, the song isn't over. The song continues on, is what I'm getting from that. But yeah, music super important in this communication. And I've DJ'd for the dead at cemeteries. If you again are one of those people who have been called to do mediumship, use that. I used to get songs pop in my head I never heard before, and I'd look for them and I'd find them, or somehow if I put it, would just pop up. So music is a big way that the dead can communicate to us. All right, then we have number 29, Star Reader. And let's see this. And I feel like it goes with our 2 theme here for pile 1, with the 2 horns, the 2 I thought those were 2 glasses, but one's a diploma and one's eyeglasses. But yeah, let's see what that is. 29. Okay. Star Reader. The starlight wings of a barn owl glitter and beckon to you. The closer you come, you see what you thought were trees are actually antlers, and realize this is no ordinary owl, but a beautiful guiding phantom. This horned owl is the symbol of wisdom. It rasps to you. You must devour the written word. Star Reader, as the card says, pursue, research, seek out, and explore. This is a time of actively increasing your personal knowledge base. What have you always wanted to learn? It may be time to enroll in a course or gain wisdom through books, written, studying methods, and online resources. Learning time. Spirit is communicating to you through written words. You must research and explore any book or article that you are drawn to. Just like the music. So now words. Music has words in it. There are messages in. So it's very straightforward. They're going to communicate with you, your past loved ones, through music, through the written word. You'll see it. It'll be like Ghostwriter. That's how they do it. You must research and explore any book or article that you're drawn to. Within it will be a message that Spirit wants you to know. You'll know because you get a goosebumpy feeling like a metal itch that gets scratched. That's what the last card you got. You'll get those goosebumps. I'm also getting, hey, unpack your old Goosebumps books. I have a couple of them. I was really into the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps. You will know it when you feel it. See this card as permission from the divine and your guides cheering you on. Crack open the spine and begin your journey. The answer will not come knocking at your door. You need to seek it out. If there is an area of study you have been drawn to, now is the time. We live in a world where information is the cheapest it's ever been, if not free. Eons ago, a scholar would borrow a book from a library and drag it home, diligently study the book, knowing they may never be able to see it once returned. Now we can search for anything, and with just a button click to have sacred wisdom under our noses. Yet for most time, it's not on our side, so let technology help you. Listen to YouTube tutorials or an audiobook whilst you do chores. Find liminal places of waiting and learn here. Now is the time for sacred input, and you get to decide the subject matter. Cool. So again, more internet research. Who doesn't love that? So you will be guided to things and go with it. This is the message. Okay, finally, screw. What are we getting in here? What's coming in here? Come on. We're waiting. What's the next word? So I had to go back. It's like when I tell them, okay. Oh, here we go. Cover again. Cover to cover. What I'm feeling. That's funny. I don't think I've gotten the word cover, but today we got it twice. Track, cover, track, check your tracks. I'm also getting something about unsolved crimes, mysteries, unsolved mysteries. So there might be, your person, there might have been an unsolved death. So what I'm getting is there's more research available now. So track it down. Dog the bounty hunter. If that message is for you, the spirits are saying you have more information. I want to pass that message on. There is more information out there. Just keep hunting. Okay, and finally, we have ether, one of my favorite words. I love the word ether, with the number 12. So the numbers you got were 2, 26, 27, 29, and 12. So maybe significant times in your life, significant years. So let's see. So the final thing is ether, which is, 12. Ether. This card asks you to consider your soul, the higher self that we carry around and whom we mostly ignore daily. Well, I did anyway, and it got me in trouble. I remember when I was painfully depressed and my anxiety was hitting me down, blow after blow. Everything scared me, so I said no to everything. My life felt so small. It took me a long time, but slowly I healed with rest and self-kindness. Slowly, I was able to say yes to things and begin to make my life big again. Back then, I felt soulless, like a machine, numb. But now I walk around and I feel so big, so full of life, like my soul could burst from my chest. I'm 5'3", but my soul is a towering 6'4", because I fed it the soul food it needed, and you can too. Spirit is asking you, what makes you feel so full of joy that you could burst? What do you live for? If you know what that is, then get out there and do it, babes. If you don't know what that is, then make it your mission to find it. Use real life experiences and online resources to search it. There's 3 in a row cards being like, hey, pile number 1, research, online research. Like that really helped me when I really was first stepping into mediumship. First of all, look up mediumship and what that is. That really helped me as the starting point. Whip. And yeah, and then I would just be one thing on the internet would lead me this. So yeah, web surfing. If you do it with moderation and not have it consume your life, you can have maybe like an hour a day where you just do research with your spirit guides. Or what I do now that it's kind of like flows in my life, I mean, like I get a call to Wikipedia this certain person in history, and then it leads you to something else. So yes, totally just go into looking up whatever it is that pops in your head. This is a time of research and study and letting go. Spirit will guide you if you ask them to use the deck with you. Slowly feel yourself become filled with life, adventure, and wonder as you discover your thing or things. Hint, we often have more than one, and pure magic happens when we combine them, like yours truly combining cartomancy and embroidery. This is your soul food. Now get out there and nourish yourself on it. This card wants you to expand. Embrace discomfort temporarily. Get out of the box you've put yourself in. Turn over stones. Look behind flower petals. Search in rock pools. Seek the essence of life. You won't grow if you never leave your shell. Find your secret soul sauce and feast on it, my love. Ooh la la. All right, so to end this reading, I am going to say hi to Muerta. Our special Vic. Okay, so this is what I call, I keep like getting brain farts. This is what I call automatic drawing, which is, I'm not going to have words, but it's kind of the same as automatic writing, but I will channel the words, and usually it just draws like circle, but we'll see what kind of patterns emerge. All right. Spirit, I only bring in souls of the light and pure messages for pile number 1 from those beyond the veil who have messages for our pile 1. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting a Glenn. Oh, my pen is just well, maybe this is like unless I can find another pen. Kind of an experiment. Like, do I just need the pen to kind of like make my communication? But yeah, so there might not be like a physical thing happening, but I am feeling that connection with the spirits, even though you can't see the pen. But as you'll see more of my videos where I connect with the dead, you'll see that it makes cool things, but I don't know what I'm trying to explain a thing. Okay, so we got the name Glenn. I see a car, a blue car. We are not going to lower the price. That's what I was getting from that word lower. There is someone who is going to find out. We have to know for ourselves. Thank you for finding my daughter. She was attacked by a shark. Sorry if I don't mean to laugh if someone you knew was attacked by a shark. Don't be afraid of death. It is so natural. Like how there's end. Let's see, anything else? Only time will tell. You are here. I am gone, but I No, I'm not forgotten. Okay, I think that's it. And so, so then in my mind, so this is what I show you about like closing out, that I go, okay. Kind of like when you're using a Ouija board too, that's why we have the goodbye on the Ouija board. It's so that you can just, either the spirits will be like goodbye, kind of like what they did right now. Or you could just be like, okay, I'm ending this session, goodbye. So it could also be helpful to just write the word goodbye somewhere where you can tap on it, make up your own on and off switch for your psychic abilities. Well, that is all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you for coming back here with me, and I will hopefully be posting a video every week until I can get more up in. But yeah, we'll start out slow, just like any good relationship. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful rest of your life. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me, Chandra Faith, and you chose pile number 2. Oh, this looks cool because it's also blue. 2 with the blue ring. Oops. Okay, so over here we have our lovely ghost detector. It would, oh my gosh, I didn't know there was still sound. It can have sounds if you want to. And the more red it gets, more energy is coming in. And look at what we got, yo! Living. That's us. That's you watching pile 2 with the blue ring. 2 blue, you, living, me, you. Oh, sorry. The book we are reading from today, The Embroidered Graveyard, with beautiful cards. They also have the embroidered tarot, if you want to check that out too. But this is specifically for Speaking with the Dead, my only deck that I have found that does that. So I, as a medium, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we want more oracle decks to talk with the spirits, right? Like, hello, sharply. I was like, Sharpay. Shouts out to High School Musical. Okay. I'll let you guys read that, whatever's coming in. So what are the messages from their past loved ones, pile 2? What messages? Oop. The Lovers. Oh my gosh. I'll save my call. I was like, I'm already getting something from that, but okay. Our song. That's exactly what I did in the first one. And it was also the second card that came in. They're all about that song. There's a good message in that card too. So let's see. Oh, we got here. Ooh, this is pretty. Decadence. Ooh la la. Okay. And then alignments. Wow. Sharply aligned. That's what you're like. What I'm getting from what we've gotten so far from the ghost detector is you're on the right path. Bros, hoes, hoes, and anyone in between. Draft. I was getting the not like a military draft, but like a sports draft. Goodbye. Oh, this also came in the last one, and so some of you might be actually looking into being mediums, or I mean, people, as a medium myself, and I love telling people who want to embrace your gift. I mean, you don't just one day decide like, I'm going to be a medium. It just happens, and you're like, oh, I can talk to the dead, I can do this and that. So we'll talk more about that with our goodbye card, because that's like my card that we talk about how to turn on and off our abilities so that we don't have ghosts talking to us all the time. You are getting a lot of words, pile two. There's a lot of people, they're like, oh, we missed the first pile. This is our pile. Okay, all right, I don't know how it works. And then finally we have winter solstice, 33. I love that number, 33. I just was 33 last year. I don't know why that would be relevant, but maybe 33, woo-hoo, below. As above, so below. That's also what I'm getting. So I wanted to talk about this before I forget, since we're also getting that saying as above, so below. I associate that with the twin flame path. And what I got here when it first popped out, the lovers like this, is that some twin flames, you may be having a relationship with someone who is not alive. And it is possible, and it's not weird. I was like, no. I haven't personally had that journey, but that journey can be taken if you've had a partner that passed away, or if somehow you just were spiritually connected to this person, then you found out, oh my gosh, this person's dead. And but you're having dreams, you feel like that person's there. This message is, beyond the grave love. Till death do us not part. Okay. 5. Below 5, is that what it said? Below 5. It is getting cold, and look at this winter solstice. So there's something I'm getting about winter time. So it might be the death day, or Christmas is coming up, and holidays, family things. Winter solstice. Let's get into the reading before I go off on a tangent. So your overall energy is, again, the winter solstice. And if you're watching this at the time that this is being posted, we just started fall. And it's funny because I'm filming this on the first snow of the season here in Colorado, or in Denver specifically. And it is cold. That's why I have a blanket and my heater. And because I do the readings in my spirit barn. And I lost my train of thought. But anyway, winter is coming, bitches. For reals. Okay, so let's see. Winter solstice, 33. Imagine life for our ancestors, the ones who didn't have electricity or heating or food ready for them at the supermarket every moment. Imagine how dark a winter could be for the pagans of the past, and the amount of preparation that would have been needed to survive it. Now imagine the sight of an evergreen tree, all lit up and beautiful. Green, such a vivid color in the middle of winter, when all else is brown, dying and covered in snow. With their loved ones sat around the tree smiling, simply wrapped presents underneath it, and preserved fruits and food waiting for them in the pantry. How full of joy and supported they must have felt with these pleasures we nowadays take for granted. If things are great for you right now, remember your ancestors are in your corner like ghostly cheerleaders, celebrating your success and feeling so proud of you. Oh yeah, the cheerleader thing. Okay, so I think some of you, I don't know, I was like, are some of you getting drafted into professional sports? Hell yeah. That's what I'm getting. For some of you. Not all of you. But yeah, again, that's a big message I'm getting here, is that, hey, whoever is beyond the veil that's giving you these messages is one of your biggest cheerleaders. And even though they have passed, they have not stopped cheerleading. And I think what I'm getting also is that this person would do a really good job of making the holidays really good for you, and making it, enjoyable. And it's like that gift giving feeling. Like this person just was good at giving gifts, or you just really loved, you know, appreciated them for what they gave you, not just in like present form, but in just whatever, however they contribute to your life, especially about being your cheerleader. If things aren't so great right now, please remember your ancestors are so ready to help you through this and offer you support. You only have to ask them. Oh, and by the way, they want to celebrate big and small wins with you, so consider the manifest goals with ancestors. So yeah, you can still plan out your life with your past loved ones. You can still have a game plan, is what I'm saying. I'm like, this is my sporty pile. You can get a game plan and they can be your coach. I started, so I train in MMA, and after I got my angelic Reiki healing, Lauren, shouts out to Lauren. Comment down below if any of the names are like, yes, Lauren is Lauren up in the house here. And after I did my angelic Reiki certification, I started really understanding that I was like connected to Archangel Michael, and I go running 6 days a week in the morning. And he started showing up with me like from what I was saying, you know, he had a little sweatband and he was running and we'd give each other high fives, and he was like my running partner, you know, and like just encouraging me. And I was like, you know, I'm totally down with this. So let your past loved ones be your trainer, be your guide, because you don't need a body to exercise that mind. I guess that's just what popped out of my mouth. So so that's the message for you guys, you sporty pile twos. But I mean, it doesn't have to be sports. It can be anything else that's like you have a goal. You're going the distance. You're going for speed. She's all alone. Okay. That song might have significance to you. Cake, going the distance. Fellow Sacramentans. Okay. Winter solstice asks us to make traditions that bring us light during our darkest times. It's not about presents and materialism, but instead thinking of loved ones and what would bring them joy. It's about being together and sharing food, appreciating the roof over our heads, our full tummies with warm homes. If we find ourselves in hard times, it's about enduring them together and appreciating our loved ones. People are incredibly resilient. We can endure the almost unendurable so long as we have hope in others. Winter solstice says, look for the light, and if you can't find it, then be the light, okay? You are never in darkness, is another message I'm getting. That, just imagine that evergreen tree in the middle of winter, how amazing that is. And that's you, that's your soul. In the middle of the darkest shadows, darkest winter, you stay green. You stay true to yourself. That's funny because in pile number 1, there might be messages for you in pile 1 too, because we also got the first word we got out yesterday was green. So, and yeah, as we're approaching winter, we need to keep that. And it's also a metaphor for your mindset. Like, you know, when the going gets tough, you stay green is what I'm getting. So green, and I'm also getting, you gotta be green to make the green. That rings resonates with anyone. Okay, greenhorns. All right, so let's get into this. What is this about? But I mean, I said this is for some of you, this is like an actual like love relation, but then this is also, you know, love in general, not just romantic love. Like, there's love there. Love is so strong. Love always wins. As someone who does sports, I guess, as someone who works out, wow, really lost my train of thought. Oh, love always wins. That's my, I have a candle holder that says that. And I was just like, yeah, that's so true. You know, if you just put love into your training, put that hardcore love, it's like you're never going to get anywhere if you're just hating on yourself, being like, you're so fat. Come on, fatty, go fat run yourself fat. Sorry, I was channeling between two ferns there. But that's not going to help you reach your goals, no matter what kind of goals they are. If it's physical, mental, career goals, family goals, you've got to use love to move forward. I feel like love is the fuel for your little car that's going through your little life. It's not little. It's not little. I mean, it may be little, but it's bright. Your life is bright. I love calling things little. I think there should be more power to the word little. Anyway, so yeah, let's read about the lovers now. Wormwood. Wormwood might be significant to you too. What a number? Oh, 59. Oh, I didn't even know there was that many cards in this deck. Okay. Lovers. The lovers, perhaps both living, perhaps one of them is the last lover left behind, or maybe they're both departed and finally reunited beyond the veil. This card comes through for romantic pairings and partnerships, but this card can also speak of a relationship with ourselves and the internal language and dialogue that we use with ourselves on a daily basis. The spirit of a lover is coming through. Chat with them using the guidance from a specific spirit. They could be living or past. This could be your lover or someone of any gender who identifies as being the romantic type. Their message is to love deeper, truer, more often. Kiss longer, hug tighter, make time for passion and sensuality. Laugh and talk open and honestly. Truly let your lover in. Shed the fear of rejection because they will love you all the more for seeing your flaws. Because to them, they aren't flaws at all, but quirks that they absolutely adore about you. Wilderness. That's one of my favorite words. What if you spoke to yourself the same way you spoke to others, like your friends and loved ones? We are often our own worst critic. That's what I was saying, fatties. And it can be very hard to step out from under the thumb of our own inner harshness. Look how far you've come. You've scaled mental mountains and slain emotional demons. You've blazed your own trail through the chaotic jungle of a life. Love yourself through this. You can go part of the way with a hustle and grind mentality, but you can go much further with love, self-kindness, and patience. Try it for a whole lunar cycle and watch your joy soar. Perfect. That is exactly what I was trying to explain about love always winning, or love is the fuel. That's what it is. So, yeah. Okay, fatties. We're going to take back that word fatties too. We'll be fatties. We're all fatties. Fatties are baddies, yo. Okay, oh yeah. So then we have our song. So I think whoever you're asking about, you had such a good connection with them. Or not asking about, whoever's sending the messages, there was just such a good connection, no matter what it was. It was like, and you have to, like, the first word that came on was living. Like, you are the living person. You are living. You're living your life. And there's still this union, this beautiful union together. So let's read about our song. It's a beautiful story. So I think this will resonate really well with your overall messages. Our song. Two ghostly nightingales sing their beautiful song in the crisp dusk air. We can see through their gossamer skin to their delicate rib cages, but no lungs. These birds shouldn't be able to make a sound, yet they do, because their voices are not of this world. They are messengers carrying guidance from the land of the dead. Spirits and our dearly departed speak to us all the time. When this card appears, it asks us to listen out for music, as they are using particular songs and phrases in passing conversations to communicate to us. When you get goosebumps or the hairs on your neck stand up, timed with a chord, tune, or sung and spoken words, that's when you know you've received your message. Ooh, comment down below if you, what songs have you heard that have given you goosebumps or been like, whoa, why did that song just come right now? This is my person's like favorite song, you know? That's such a thing that happens. And I was telling the last pile about this when they got this card, is music, and I don't really know the science behind it, but it's a really easy thing for spirits to communicate with, to, I don't know, mess with your, you know, your playlist or something, or you put it on shuffle and then, oh man, that song came on, that's so weird. Or, you know, your phone just like brings it up, or you turn on the radio and you're like, what, why is this song David? Okay, David, I was getting David Bowie. That's what I was like, is that you, Bowie? Oh, because we're talking about music. Okay. Introspection. Here at last is a true lover, said the nightingale. Night after night have I sung of him, though I knew him not night after night I have told his story to the stars, and now I see him. His hair is dark as the hyacinth blossom, and his lips are red as the rose of his desire, but passion has made his lace-like pale ivory, and sorrow has set her seal upon his brow. If you want a red rose, said the tree, you must build it out of music by moonlight, and stain it with your own heart's blood. You must sing to me with your breast against a thorn. All night long you must sing to me, and the thorn must pierce your heart, and your lifeblood must flow into my veins and become mine. Death is a great price to pay for a red rose, cries the nightingale. For in the name of love was formed a rose so red, so rare, her song she sang throughout the night so long. The white moon heard it, and she forgot the dawn. She pressed until the thorn so sharp did pierce this gentle feathered heart, to spill her blood to slowly form a rose so red, so rare. And as her song of love grew faint, as she grew yet weaker, her lifeblood spilled and slowly grew the rose. And that was an excerpt from The Nightingale and the Rose by Oscar Wilde. Shouts out to Oscar. Okay. So now we have number 10, Decadence, with this lovely dressed woman skeleton. Well, I can't tell if it's a man or a boy. This skeleton. Decadence, darling. It's decadent. Okay. This card is all about treating yourself. Oh, it has the treat yourself. Oh, shouts out. Oh my God, what was it? Shouts out to Parks and Rec. Treat yourself. This card is all about treating yourself, asking you to search for the balance between making wise financial choices for the future and when to have a little splurge. But remember, not all treats cost money. Sometimes we can heighten an experience and really make the most of it by using things we already own. Decadence asks you how you can enrich your life. Yes, even the little mundane moments. What can you do to feel a little fancy? Sometimes it's treating yourself to that item on your wish list, but other times we can get creative with our time and the possessions we already own. Intention is everything, so intend to spoil yourself in a myriad of different ways. We are here for a relatively short period of time, so let's make the most of it. Oxygen. Oh. Handful. A handful of oxygen. Do. What little luxuries can you reward yourself with right now? Give yourself a little treat, a day trip to break up the monotony of the mundane. If money is tight, why not try astral projecting to your favorite place? Ask your ancestors and guides to come with you for protection and for the company. Are you picturing your whole ancestral family crammed into a doom buggy in the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World too? Or is that just me? Yes. One of your main messages. Sorry, my right hand is really itchy. I don't know what that means. But comment down below. I was like, I've never gotten an itch like that. But as it says, handful. So I don't know. Right hand might be significant to you, but yeah, it's weirdly itchy on the palm. So I feel like you haven't been treating yourself, or you feel guilty about it, and maybe this person who's crossed over is someone who would, like what we were talking about with the presents, who knew how to give you presents and all this stuff, and like now that person's not there, so they want you to give what they can't give you in the physical. So treat yourself in the name of, insert name there. Xavier, sup? What's up, Xavier? Hello. I hope that whoever wants the Xavier message picked this pile. Oh, comment down below. Oh, I already said that. Yeah, if any of I really want to know if any of the names resonate. That'd be cool. But if just for today, baby cakes. Oh my gosh, my favorite. I love it. She uses, the author in this book uses baby cakes, and I do too. I love using the word baby cakes, or not word, phrase. It used to be like a baseball team or something. I don't know. Maybe baby cakes. Baby cakes? Is that ringing a bell? You treated yourself the way you treat. Oh wait. How about, okay, let me start over. What if just for today, baby cakes, you treated yourself the way you treat your best friend? What if you loved, supported, and accepted the person in the mirror the same way you accept the person on the other side of the coffee table? What if you did this every day? If plants grow quicker and bloom fuller with positive, beautiful music, imagine the difference it would make to us. Oh, imagine the difference it would make to us. There. Okay. Now we have innocence, a little baby. Ooh, oh, this is the sad one. So a little trigger warning on that one. This one's gonna be about infant death. So this may be for some of you, or yeah, children you never got to give those presents to, or you know, that I'm feeling that in my womb right now. Like, it's a very sad energy of children that you weren't able to raise, you know, because death happens to everyone. But it's especially heartbreaking. Yeah, I feel a tightness. It's tight. Yeah. And my heart goes out to you, women who have lost a child, either from the womb or years later, you know, but that love is still there. No matter how young, no matter how old they passed, the love is always there. The pain isn't, I would say. I would say the love will always be there, but the pain doesn't have to be, is the message I'm getting from your child. Oh, it's just like a nice energy, you know, like they're safe and it's fine and they're fine. And I think that's another thing, is that on the opposite spectrum of giving, is that you could have been a person who was the parent of someone who's passed, and now it's, who do I give this to? Who do I give this love to? Yeah, this is weird. So that voter came up because the election day is coming up. Give it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was saying, like, hey, treat yourself in the name of the person who's passed. So yes, let's read this card. Innocence. Trigger warning for infant death. I thought long and hard about the decision to include this particular spirit, family archetype in the deck or not. Ultimately, it seemed like an injustice not to, as if they weren't included in the family. So yes, this card briefly touches on the heartbreaking, earth-shattering loss of losing a baby, but I'll try my hardest to be as tender as I can. Please note, if you find this subject triggering or too saddening, please remove this card from the deck and paperclip these pages together. Or, yeah, stop. Click out of the video. Use the introspective meaning below of the inner child only instead. The small spirit of a baby is coming through to you. This could be living or past. Their message is that we do not know how much time any of us has on this planet. And a hole, I don't know why that baby's like, there's like a hole. Yeah, like, I'm just like really feeling just like there's a hole in my womb. Like I can visualize it. It kind of looks like a Frida Kahlo painting, or just like feeling that hole. Daddy, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Little babies. Okay. Girls, boys, everyone else. Get in the feels. Get in the feels. Hidden Daddy Ranch. Okay, you hidden daddies. Let's get my composure. Their message is that we do not know how much time any of us on this planet have, and for some of us, it's much less than others. Their body may have been small, but their heart is huge and bursting with the deepest and purest unconditional love and adoration for you. They are peacefully sleeping and waiting for you. It's not goodbye. It is, we'll meet again. Your inner child, the innocent and sweet part of you that you were forced to hide, oh my gosh, hidden, in order to protect yourself, is asking for a moment of your time now. Please listen to them. Do they need an afternoon spent drawing, playing in the sand, or cloud gazing? It's never too late to let them thrive inside you. Be the patient and loving parent of your own inner child. So again, yeah, not only do you may have, children, like actual children, but everyone has an inner child that we need to nurture and take care of. And that inner child helps us become the parents that we didn't have, or that we want to have, or if our parents were great, then yeah, just continuing that. But yeah, reparenting yourself is a big message here, especially if you've lost a child, because there still will always be that inner child that you can take out, and it will be you, and you will help yourself and heal those old wounds that we couldn't possibly heal when we were children, because we were children and we didn't have the tools to heal with that. We only had our instinctual coping skills. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break from that card. Oh my gosh, that card is like such energy, like such truth. That's what's really getting to me, is just the purity and the truth, the feeling, the energy that I was getting from that card, from those spirits, from children's spirits, or everybody is someone's child, That's also the last message I had. So, last one, goodbye. Okay, number 2. This card depicts a witch's bottle and serves as a very powerful protection and banishment spell for negative entities. I stitched hair, blood, fingernails, steel nails, and good old soul onto black canvas, and then top stitched clear organza over to make this glass bottle effect. Finally, a black protective candle seals the bottle. Also, I accidentally pricked my finger, so there is real true witch's blood in this piece. Another card which can be removed from the deck. This card has some very powerful uses. Throw it down over a reading to sever all connections with spirits. If you're new to ancestral work and communicating with spirits and you begin to feel uneasy, then fear not, this card acts as a complete severing. This card can be rested face up on top of the deck when it's not in use, and this will keep any negativity away from the deck. If you choose to use this deck introspectively, then you'll wish to keep this card within the deck. If it comes to you in a reading, then it means you need to sever a connection or bad habit ASAP, and with swift force. It's not a time for gentle goodbyes or silent ghosting. If it does not serve, then it's gotta go, baby cakes. Baby cakes, okay? Comment down below that. I was like, bull. Oh, that energy coming in. Principle. Take a breath, take a gulp, swing the axe, cut the cord. You'll feel better for it. So yes, there's that message where it's like, if there's something, someone, person, place, or thing that is getting in the way of you living your best life, then you got to cut that off. So figure that out. No, just go figure that out. No, the message I'm getting is talk to this person that's on the other side, or persons, or and really, like, as I was saying, having them be your trainer or your cheerleader, but also as just a person to, as advice. I love telling people that people who are dead are still there to listen to you, to give you advice. You just gotta open up, so you can hear the messages, or you can see the messages. And I think after this reading, you are going to see them. And you can also be a person who was raised in a way that made you, discount all these coincidences and just truly believe like there's no possibility that there's life after death. And the message is that, hey, obviously there is life after death. I can be here for you to figure things out. I haven't left. I'm still here for you. And so, yeah. And then the other message from the goodbye card is about learning to hone your mediumship skills, because it may not, it's, as I said before, I can't just wake up one day and be like, I'm going to be a medium, so like, let's just do this. It's a gift that usually has been repressed. And, but it is also with a talent you have, you need the skill. So the most important skill you need to learn about mediumship is how to turn it on and off, and not keep those energies coming back in. So like what this card was saying, like putting down this card, or what I do is just at the beginning, I open the space up to first I cleanse the space. So you can find out what your cleansing ritual is. So you're cleansing the space before you get in contact with the spirit world. Because I think for a lot of us, when we find out about having the ability to speak to the dead, it's, it just comes on. You're like, what was that? Or like, you have paranormal experiences. So it's just like, yeah, how are you supposed to know when to turn it on and off when you first got it randomly? So, yeah, it's all about creating ritual so that you create the walls of your practice, because that's what it is. Mediumship is a practice. And yeah, but then I've gotten to a point, and you'll get to a point if you continue with this, that you'll have spirit guides who you don't have to turn on and off. It's just like, they're allowed. You have these people who are allowed to come in and are allowed, or whatever. But if you're wanting to do like something like this, where you're generally talking to the dead, you want to cleanse that space and only allow beings of the light. And then at the end, that's why they have on a Ouija board that goodbye. You want to close that out so you can close up your space, your life, so that you can go on living. Because, yeah, believe me, when I found out my gift when I was 8 years old. So it was a process, and I did have to figure out that every spirit you talk to isn't going to be a spirit of the light. So yeah, that's your message, your final message from the reading. So I'm going to close out with doing some automatic drawing, as I call it. It basically works like automatic writing. I may write things, but I don't usually. And then it's a form of mediumship, so I can get out messages. And again, I don't know the science behind it, but we'll see what messages come through. Okay, what do we got? I got Andy, handy, handy. Okay, I don't know why that made me laugh, but something about the 12th of December, that winter thing. I just like getting visuals. Like usually I get like names or messages, but I'm just seeing like this snowy place and this house is covered. It's like kind of like going to grandma's house in the snow, and you got all your presents. And what else? Do you have any other messages, spirits? Danny Glover's coming in. That's weird. Yeah. I'm getting a message that like this past loved one wants to smoke with you, like have like a smoke sesh. So maybe this person couldn't smoke when they were alive, or maybe it's like a parent, like, and I don't know, but they want to sesh with you. I do that all the time. Well, I use a lot of weed in my magic, so and in general. But yeah, it's a great way to also be like a form of connecting with spirit, is just getting high and, talking to the dead. It sounds so weird. I'm still trying to be like, okay, I'm okay with talking to the dead. It'll take you a bit, because, our society, they've made it really seem like it's a crazy person thing to do, is talk to the dead, but it's really been going on for millennia. As long as people have been dying, people have been able to talk to dead. I can tell you that. Yeah, I'm getting that Disneyland vibe. You treat yourself to Disneyland, go on that haunted house ride, yo. What else? Is there anything else? We're almost done here. Okay. All right. I guess that's all they had. That's all she wrote. Okay, so I know that's it. So yeah, Low. I was like, listen to David Bowie's Low. Bowie's like, hey, that was a good album. All right, friends. Well, I will see you guys next time with my third eye. I will see you in my third eye next time again. So thank you for dropping by, and please like, share, and subscribe below so you can help my channel grow. Bye. Hey everybody, it's me, Chandra Faith, and I just forgot to take a sip of water before I pressed record, so sorry. Or that can be a sign to drink more water or get one of these. I didn't get a bottle till like a couple weeks ago, so now, or a couple months ago actually. Now so you are my pile number 3s, and you picked this I think it's quartz crystal, or I'll call it the white ring. Excuse me. Ooh. Or maybe some communication. Well, we are going to be doing communication because we are speaking to our past loved ones, and we're using this book, The Embroidered Graveyard, I already lost train of thought, but a medium-based oracle deck where you can speak to the dead through it, and it's the only one I've found so far. And yeah, we'll see what messages you have from your past life. I don't know why this last pile, I don't know, I don't really know. Okay. All right. For pile number 3, what are the messages from their past loved ones? My pile number 3. Totally different energies from 2 and 3. 2 and 3 were a little bit similar. They had like a card in common in the same spot. Nourish. Oh, that's beautiful. Of those wings, I got wings kind of like that for my Halloween costume as an owl. That's really beautiful. So this is your overall energy, Nourish 25. So let's see what that says. Oh, wait. 25. Sorry, not 35. Excuse me again for burping. Nourish. This piece was incredibly difficult. At over 65 hours, I saw embroidered feathers in my dreams for weeks. It's ironic that the card about big picture thinking had me hunched over. It focused on the details. A harpy with patchwork wings of all the birds that have come before her perches in your path. I feel I'm calling to like hold it up a little longer too so you can see it, but definitely check out the Embroidered Graveyard. And I'm just really called to that. Maybe you guys are into sewing or some knitting work, seamstressing. Sorry, I don't really know the terms, but yes, all these cards were hand embroidered and for this specific deck. A harpy with patchwork wings of all the birds that have come before her perches in your path. You know you cannot pass her without first respectfully listening to the divine wisdom she is ready to bestow upon you. With an owl's gaze, she looks at you, into you, through you. Her vision is that of the bird's eye. She sees the big picture and wants you to as well. Each day can lead to your growth and betterment if you choose it. She says, nourish yourself by dreaming big. Give yourself that gift, but don't stop at dreaming. Plan and then do. Your ancestors and spirit guides exist outside of the shackles of time, and as a result, they hold infinite wisdom in their messages. They are capable of big picture thinking at a moment's notice. When this card comes to you, they are asking that you trust them, dream big, and then most importantly, do the steps. Have bravery here because this will test you. Give yourself permission and take to the skies. You would soar if you would only let yourself trust in your wings. Introspection. A visualization method. Expand your wings and take flight. As you look down, see the world as the harpy does. Every road, car, and person is ant-sized and complex. Let yourself see all the things you need to do to manifest your dream life laid out below you like the roads. A map turned to-do list like words becoming a path. When you feel ready, come back down to the rest on the earth. It's time to make that list. Remember, you can visit the heights of harpies whenever you need. Big picture thinking and view your own beautiful mapestry anytime you wish. For now, best get to work on that list, you eagle-eyed lovely. Or save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Gone tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Eagle-Eye Cherry. I think I got a different song out for each of the piles, and I'm also going to have a song that my phone randomly chooses for each of the piles, which I like to do too because it's cool and I get to show you my music. Well, not my music, I do my, okay. Anyway, not about me, it's about you, pile 3, and yeah, somebody's watching you from above. And I also feeling like your higher self, like if you haven't connected yet with your higher self, definitely do that and figure out what is it your higher self does, who they are, what they do, and that will really help you shape your goals. So let's see, the next one is, Grandpa Energy 63. We've got some grandpas in the house. Oh my gosh, I just forgot that we don't have the ghost detector with us. I'll be right back. Hi everyone, I am back with the ghost detector. Didn't want you to miss out on what the other groups got, but this is my ghost detector app that, I gotta make sure it's good. You have to make sure it's on airplane mode because you might not be getting ghosts sometimes if it's not in airplane mode. So yeah, so words will pop up here, and yeah, words will pop up here. Comment down below if any of the words, names resonate. I'm a paranormal investigator, so I love my evidence. So so yeah, all right, so again, here we go. Grandpa Energy. We might be getting some grandpa names out from our ghost detector. Thank you, Grandpa Energy, for coming out, because if you didn't come out, I would never remember the ghost detector. So so here you are, Grandpa Energy. Let's read about that. Grandpa. Grandpa is the very best of the divine masculine. The archetype is a person who performs a repetitive action practiced throughout their years to the point of perfection. The action brings a calm joy and an almost meditative state to the practitioner. Our grandpa here has mastered the art of gardening, but really it can be any action, honed over a lifetime. The action itself has become a tradition. This archetypal energy is burst with knowledge, and now it's time to pass it on to others. Let's make Grandpa proud and try to do the right thing. Trace. Okay. Spirit communing. A grandpa spirit awaits you. They can be living or past and of any gender. They are someone who is the absolute master of their craft, with an ability for passing on the knowledge they have gained. A natural teacher, they find guiding and mentoring easy and may have been this support role in life. Their message is to seek, to learn by practicing, but do not expect perfection from yourself in what you are trying to master from the beginning. Just aim to have fun and learn. Be patient and enjoy the process. Mastery comes after a lifetime, but joy can be found from the very first attempt. Find an expert who exudes grandpa energy. When the student is ready, the master will appear. Tao Chi. yeah, grandpa energy. I'm also getting like some of you might be like, you know, in your grandpa energy. You might be like in your 20s, but you have such a grandpa energy. And maybe that is from performing something to perfection. And at that point, you know, retire early. I don't know, grandpa style. What? Oh, disorder. Like, what is that? Okay. So yeah, grandpa energy coming in. We'll get more words out. So yeah, we've got this with this card with the harpy on it. I really feel that there's just beings and spirits watching over you. And another message I have is that no matter what gender you are, to embrace your masculinity. That's what I'm also getting so far, is that you're destined for great things, and a part of embracing your masculine energy is creating action and creating steps towards your goals. Toxic masculinity is when you ignore all emotion and only care about your goals, right? You step on people to get to the top. But we are going to be, what is that? Divine masculines. That's like not toxic masculines, I guess. Kennedy, Grandpa Kennedy. Okay, so now we have surrender. Put the card up there so you can see it, or pause it if you need to meditate on it. They're such beautiful cards, and I love embroidery. I learned embroidery when I was in elementary school, but then like didn't pursue it, but I think I still have my hoop. Lights. And then over here, as it gets more red, it goes from green to red. So when it's turning red, there's a lot. That's the amount of spiritual energy that's coming through into this app. Okay, so surrender number 47. Surrender. The Moirai, also known as the Fates, Moirai, also known as the Fates, haunt the fabric's soft darkness. In the Greek pantheon, they are believed to control the life of every mortal on earth. With a smile, they clutch at the thread of life, each of us having an individual thread which differs in length. Seeing all that has and all that will be, they alone know when it's time to cut the thread and end the life. Regardless of your individual beliefs or deity, Greek or otherwise, there's no denying death's inevitability. Our time is finite. Life is a roller coaster, and we must all surrender to its twists and turns. So comment down below if you totally were picturing like the Disney animated Hercules and the three fates there, because that's what I was getting. And I keep pulling metaphors or whatever, because it is from mythology, and it was like that movie was like a cool intro to mythology. Got all the different characters. All right, spirit communing. Stop. It is mentally exhausting trying to plan every minute of the day. Let the fates do their job. You can thank them later. Your guides have set something in motion that is for your betterment. Please have trust in them now. Breathe, surrender, let go. The time for your spiritual leap of faith is now. It's very freeing to let go and see that we have little control over life, and that control itself is a man-made illusion, an illusion which is exhausting to keep up with. When we let this go, we free up mental space for the things that we can control, and we remove mental friction for the things we can't. Introspection. No amount of force, hustle, and grind can conquer the inevitable. At some point, we need to stop and let life take its course. Controlling life down to the very minute is exhausting. I promise you'll have more fun if instead of fruitlessly trying to micromanage it, you just decided to go along for the ride. Life's a road trip. Sometimes we have to go off course a little to let the adventure happen. So let it happen. Let it unfold. Stop fighting it. it will be okay. Everything's going to be okay. That's what the grandpa spirit energy, harpy, fates energy is just like, everything's going to be freaking okay, all right? You have just needed to trust. The only thing that's blocking you, my heart chakra, is vibrating or something, and it's just that you need to trust. Let it be in love and career, in anything that you're pursuing. Let that trust be coming from love, like your grandpa's love. They're saying like, this past loved one is telling me that their love for you is protection enough for you to trust in life. So, and then you have that surrender card. You know, you can't control everything in your life, but you can control how you react to life, is what I'm getting. Very good grandpa advice. So let's see, we have our third card, another right after surrender, vulnerable. Like, look at that, the heart coming out of the chest and offering it. So there's this consistent message of photo. Do you have a photo? And this is interesting because this is the video I'll be posting before Day of the Dead. And oh, mom, hey mom, hi mom. I think that's the first time. I think like mothers come out before inner mom. That's actually last pile we got these 3 words in a row, hidden daddy hole. But yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say, but everyone's like, hello, I have something, I have a message. Oops, everyone's like, oh shoot, this is the last message. Fly. I've been haunted by flies, but I'm trying to make fly weight, so speaking of flies, you got this cool Weaver card, but we'll get to it. Well, speaking of flies, then you see spiders. Okay, so let's get back into vulnerable, number 19. And for some reason, I'm also getting number 19, like when you were 19 was a significant time, something about 19. So let's read about her. Vulnerable. She grins at you. The small, delicate bones of her intricate fingers work to raise a key to her sternum. She twists the key, opening the lock, and her rib cage creaks open. Smiling with complete confidence and conditional loves, she gives you her heart, trusting fully that you will accept it, and strangely you do. There's no fear in your chest, nothing but love and gratitude that this soul trusts you with her most prized possession. It's time to trust in them, the ones who are all around you. They listen, guide, and console you. They love and protect you. Trust them fully and let go of any emotions that hold you back. Again, here comes the word trust. You don't have to understand or know all to trust in guidance. Have faith that all you need will come to you when the time is right. This is the last card of the earthly actions. We're about to ascend to the next level. Each section takes us closer to spirit. Take a deep breath, then a leap of faith. Let yourself grow. Introspection. Sometimes we can have all the facts, do 100 practice runs on those big days, rehearse a speech, and yet we still don't trust ourselves. If we are always searching for external guidance, we forget how to guide ourselves. Then we forget to even listen to that guidance. It gets quiet, and soon we forget to trust ourselves. We forget to trust ourselves at all. This trust needs to come from within. No amount of outward praise from others will quell this. Only trusting unconditionally in yourself can grow this practice. Ask yourself, when was the last time you accepted someone like this? Skelly does. When was the last time you put yourself out there like this? Feel the fear and do it anyway. So trust. I was like, wow, that was a lot of trust in that reading. So trust, do you get it? Pile 3, trust. was like, hello, Grandpa. See, people, I'm telling you, this is evidence. Okay, thank you, Grandpa Energy. I'm so happy you could join us in our final group message. I'm calling this the Grandpa Pile now. I don't know if I should say it's the Grandpa Pile, or maybe you should just be guided. We'll let you be guided to this, but yeah, Grandpa Pile. Oh my gosh, both my grandpas are dead, so I bet they're here too. They show up a lot when I'm doing, when people are having mediumship sessions with me about me, or have messages for me, my grandpas will come through. So shouts out to all the grandpas, yay. Pile 3, you have to take a good look at this picture, because for some of you, the message is you're closing your heart off to somebody, a romantic someone. And then I'm also getting, if it's not a romantic part, it's like a goal you have that you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Like, you're not putting your whole heart into it because you're still doubtful. You don't trust. That's all Grandpa's telling you, man. Trust. And you learn about trust, research trust. How do I trust? What is trust? What are the origins of trust? Where's the word derived from? Trust. Okay, I will laugh so hard if the word trust comes on, because bros, that'd be great. Anyway, trust, pile 3, trust, because that's all that you need right now. This is just many different ways of telling you to trust. Everyone has their own way to learn how to trust people. And I can't explain it to you because it's like a fingerprint. You need to find your own trust program, because very early on in life, our trust can be broken very quickly. And, even from like a parent being like, oh, we're going to go to the zoo tomorrow. And then the next day they're like, oh, we can't, or, mom got into a car accident, or like, something happens. And it's like, but in your head as a child, you're like, hey, I trusted that we would do this. But I don't know why I said car accident, but yeah. Oh, excuse me, Doe. Look at that. Spirits are saying hi to you guys. They're saying hello. Hello. Is that saying, oh, I was like, Mind? Mind? Is that Mind? Okay, anyway. Then we have ancestors. Obviously, since your grandpas, your ancestors. Finally, right? Finally, ancestors here. Holler. Number 64. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Ancestors. Phone. The archetype of the ancestor is someone who came from before you and laid the path which you now tread. We stand upon their shoulders and they guide us. We respect and honor them for their hard work, a mutually beneficial relationship. It's okay if you don't know your genetic ancestry or choose not to work with them. Ancestors can be found anywhere that people have lived before us. You have so much more than just your genetic ancestors. Consider the elders and your siblings within the in-person and online communities you find yourself a part of. Respect and give back to those who have done so much for us. Spirit communing. Mark. All of your ancestors gather and look to you with love, joy, and hope. Their message is to check in with them whenever you need help and support. There are so many of them, stretching back throughout an ocean of time. This makes them incredibly strong in their numbers. Lean on them. They're asking to help you, so let them. Introspection. Our time on this precious planet is so short. To the universe, we are here and gone in no more than a blink of an eye, compared to the vast expanse of time it has experienced. So yes, try our best, do our part, but never ever forget to put joy and love at the absolute top of our priority list. It's the only thing that outlives us, the memories that others hold of us in their hearts. So make some amazing ones. Yay, live your life. Your ancestors want to live your life because you are living. Yay, logic. Some of you might have gone to the school of logic. Yeah, it's exciting. Love all the energy that comes in during these readings. Okay. Weaver. That was a spider. Spider lady, 43. Weaver. Arcane welcomes you into her web, her trapezium home. Don't worry, this is not the patriarchal telling of a story where women are forced to compete and compare their tapestry weaving skill, the winner boasting and the loser, Athena, cursing her. No, in this tale, Athena respects Arcane's talent and blesses her Arcnes and blesses her with a life filled with doing only that which she loves most. Spirit communing. If you've been putting yourself down or taking your talents for granted, your spirits and guides are telling you that now is the time to course correct. Do not compare your expression, body, performance, or talents with others. Yours are beautiful and unique. Your guides are asking you to focus on your journey and to keep building the skills you need. Value yourself fiercely and be your own cheerleader. There you go. That's that final message. To just keep going. Trust pile 3, that you are totally capable of whatever it is you truly desire to do in life. Introspection. We all feel imposter syndrome and the urge to compare ourselves with others in our field from time to time. Another message is for you to research imposter syndrome. That will really help you as well on your fear of success, fear of being yourself, and really truly believing that I can find a lucrative and fulfilling life being myself and not having to be something or someone else. This card is a warning not to give into that line of thought. You must value your path and your life. Learn to see everything that other people do as a skill instead of a talent. Why? Because talent feels so randomly given out. If we don't have it, we're screwed and there's nothing we can do about it. But a skill? Well, with my skill in the world, it can be taught. Well, with any skill in the world, it can be taught, developed, and perfected. You can search for blogs and tutorials, read books, seek classes, follow along online, and you can learn it. What if that talent you envied in another was actually a skill you could acquire in time? Every expert you've ever seen excelling was a beginner once. What skills would you love to learn? Write a list and get excited about all the options you have. Get excited, pile number 3. You have a grand life ahead of you. Valentina. That's it. Wow. Oh, yeah. I was like, I do something else. Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to do some automatic drawing where I use this piece of paper. This was from pile 2. Usually it's a circle. It's similar to automatic writing, except I don't write. I draw. Usually it's circles. Prayer. Okay, let me date it. Okay, and all right, what are messages from pile number 3's past loved one? I can see you doing well, and I congratulate you. I know it's hard to live your life without me, but you are really, really special. And it doesn't just take me being alive to have you do the great things you do already. I want you to be happy, and I want you to see what it is that you really need to do. Not anything your parents told you to do, not anything your grandparents or whoever this is that's speaking through me. You are you, and if you don't be you, you might as well be dead as well. But be you, and it's okay to be you. I think that growing up, it was hard to be you, or it was a coping strategy to be someone else to survive. But you're an adult now, so you can be you without any punishment. I promise. There's a message for someone that they're very beautiful. Maybe that's all of you. No, it's all of you. You are very beautiful, pile 3. You are a beautiful person. You're beautiful inside and out. And I want you to know that because I love you. And I hear you say that you love me too. And that makes me really happy. Okay, whoa. Goodbye. Wow, what a very beautiful message, pile number 3. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for dropping by here at Reading Rainbows. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.